end.
I like doing these little sections on the Counselor's Corner, and it's always a great time to talk with you, my students, my reason for being here. Oftentimes I'm asked this question, Mr. Chafee, how do I know what I want to do? And I really love that question because really that's the question we're always asking ourselves. In fact, what I'd like you to do, go find an adult to talk to and talk to that adult and ask them the question, if what they are doing now as a career, what they thought they were going to be doing as a high school senior. Just ask them that. And almost everyone, in fact, I can't think of anyone who has, almost every adult, no way did they think they were going to be doing now what they were thinking about way back when in high school. So I want to just talk with you a little bit how you can kind of find your way, how you can discover a career path, if you will. And we do a lot of intentional things here at District 101. For example, in 6th grade, we expose our 6th graders to that curriculum, and some of you might remember that by Education Quest called Look to College. And you might remember the day when we had various jobs and tasks, and you would go off in a various part of the room, and you'd have to decide one task over the other. And that really was kind of an initial career sorter. So you need to be thinking about what you like to do as opposed to what you're not so much interested in doing. And you're going to be using that process the rest of your life because you'll use that to compare the job you're in. You're doing it now to compare the classes that you're in. So that's in 6th grade. You do look to college. In 7th grade, there's all kinds of opportunities, like for example in FCCLA and FFA and our industrial tech classes. You have various ways of kind of exploring and discovering what it is you would like to do. And in 8th grade, you're in an Engage class, which is a career exploration class. I teach that along with Mr. Smith. And one of the things that we have you do in there in the midst of all the presentations you give and all the study that we do with career readiness, you'll also use the Nebraska Career Connections, and you'll use that as an interest survey, and you'll start to discover what sort of jobs are out there that you just might be interested in. So that's 8th grade. In 9th grade, we do something intentional. We put you through the entire 8 to Great curriculum. And the biggest one is that first one, on Get the Picture. And there you start talking about your dreams, forgetting about the how and how you're going to make things happen, but you want to dream big. And that's how it starts. You want to dream and get a vision. You want to put together your vision board or your dream board, and that really works. Also in 9th grade, you will be exploring at various classes with your electives. So there will be other ways and opportunities for you to discover who you are, what you like to do, and what possibly you might be interested in. In 10th grade, we go really deep. In 10th grade, while you're reviewing the 8 to Great curriculum in your class with during 8 to Great time, you also take the ASVAB, which is the Armed Services Vocational Aptitude Battery. I love it because it's free. The military comes in. You'll take an inventory, and then you'll take your scores and you'll put them on their website. You'll find out what your interests are, what your skills are, where you can go off to get an education, and what hot jobs are available around the country that you might be prepared for. So that is your 10th grade. Also in 10th grade, we have you do the Gallup Strengths Finders. Now that's a game changer because most of you are listening to me right now. You're always busy during the day comparing yourselves with those you're in the classroom with, and you're thinking, well, I'm not as smart as that person, or I don't have the gifts and skills that that person does. I'd prefer that you not do that. I want you to look in the mirror and just celebrate who you are with your gifts and skills and abilities, and you take the Gallup Strength Finder and you find out what your top 5 strengths are. And you investigate those and you find out what sort of jobs are out there that you can be involved in that you would just absolutely love to do. And that's what I would like you to do. As I often tell you, I simply want you as happy in your job as I am in mine, and I love being your school counselor. So that's 10th grade. Some of you in 10th grade will have the opportunity to do dual credit classes because you get a 3.0 grade point average or better, and you just really have an interest in taking on rigor. And rigor is taking on more difficult courses. You can do that second semester of your 10th grade year, but by and large, your junior year, you'll be doing that. And what's so beautiful about that is when you take a SENCAP class, you also do the portfolio section. So you learn how to interview, you learn how to do cover letters, you learn how to put the resume together, you go on field trips, you explore things online, you'll be looking at all kinds of careers that you're suited for, and you'll be able to compare what sort of college education is needed to go after a particular career. Here is a spoiler alert. It is interesting to note that a lot of our most hot and high-paying jobs don't require a great deal of education. You can go off to a community college and do a certificate that might take you a year or two to do, but when you get out, you're making much more money than the teachers are in this building right now, and that is the truth. Bottom line is, we want you to explore yourself, and this really is your job. You're going to explore who you are and what's available out in your world to where you can take who you are and do a job out in the world that will really be a blessing, if you will, or benefit to others. So that is your 11th grade year, and you find that out by doing your Education Quest activity summary, job exploration, your portfolio, and SENCAP. And I also want to share with you that we've got courses around here like Mr. Khan's class in personal finance, and our FCCLA classes, and our ag classes, and our STS classes. That's our skilled and technical science classes. And there you are asked to do a resume or do some more exploration. And there you can discover what sort of career pathway you'd like to be on. And finally, just before we kick you out the door here and give you a diploma, you'll be here for your senior year. And you'll be doing a Habitudes book on career readiness, which is really a lot of fun to work through. You also take the ASVAB a second time to see if there's any other careers that you might be interested in exploring. And you'll also be able to do work study, to go and work in a job and work up to a job and find out what you're wired about, and then also do job shadow. So there's so many things you can be doing while you're in school here, while you're exploring life, to determine what sort of career pathway is best for you.